Dobro veche, Divine Pisces 222. It is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. I'm going to do an energy check-in for Twin Flames today. See what we got going on. Probably already tell you. Guys, just letting you know, I'm still catching up on stuff, okay? And I will be resuming doing personal readings tomorrow, okay? A little bit later than I expected. Sorry about that. I will get it out to you as soon as I possibly can if you're waiting on a reading. Okay, so yeah, okay, so we're still kind of in this reinvention mode here, okay? A lot of us are hitting a reset right now, a new beginning, like almost like a restart. And I kind of touched on this earlier this year about how the previously unawakened twins are kind of going through what the awakened twins had already gone through. And the awakened twins, it's almost like we're switching places. Okay. So that's really interesting to me with this whole, you know, Scorpio moon coming in and, you know, the rebirths and the transformations and things like that. It's because, you know, the connections themselves are literally transforming. Okay. And those of you who have been awakened for a while, you know, everything that you had kind of gone through, all the frustration and the uncertainty, you know, and the not knowing who you are, and basically going through awakening, right? The unawakened twins are going through that right now. Okay, so be aware of that. All right, you might be feeling some of that energy coming from your counterpart. Okay, but right now, I mean, we're being moved back onto our path. A lot of us kind of fell off of it. I feel that some of us really got derailed there for a while. I don't necessarily believe that you can completely fall off your path, but you can divert. Sometimes you can take a different road, okay? But usually what happens is the universe will try to get you back onto that path that you're supposed to be on. So I feel that's what's happening right now with a lot of you. You kind of went off the beaten path, so to speak, and you're kind of being returned to that, okay? And a lot of you are realizing here just... Number one, not only how old your soul is, but how many lives you've had and how much needs to be cleared from that. And how, you know, especially if this is your final incarnation, you know, how much you need to clear in this lifetime. And if you don't do that, you're going to have to do it again. Okay. And a lot of you are also coming to terms here with just how little things in your life actually matter. And that's good. So releasing codependency, not just codependency, but just like the need to have things in your life, okay? You know, a lot of us growing up, you know, it's instilled in us that our self-worth is tied to the things that we have and how many things that we have and the types of things that we have and the quality of things that we have. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of you are breaking free of that. So foundations definitely being shattered here, okay? And a lot of you being pushed into, again, like a motivation, like a reawakening of your creativity, whether that be for your mission, whether that be for just life in general, you know, just feeling a little bit more refreshed and feeling more motivated, like you want to actually do something instead of just sitting there waiting for things to happen to you, okay? And that's good. Waiting begets waiting. Remember that, okay? You don't want to sit still and just wait for things to happen. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. Okay? So taking a look at Divine Masculine here. Yeah, Divine Masculine facing his illusions still. Absolutely. A lot of them are really understanding this too. They're like, oh my gosh, everything I've known has been a lie. Everything I thought I knew was a lie. You know? My self-worth is not tied to the things that I own. You know? I have many, many lives, and I'm starting to understand this, right? I am trying to reinvent myself here, okay? I don't want to be tied to these illusions anymore, right? That's not my destiny. My destiny is something else. My destiny is much bigger than where I am now. Okay, so a lot of illusions being shattered around Divine Masculine. So many lies Not only that he's been told, that he's believed, but the lies that he's told himself over not even just this lifetime, but over many, many lifetimes, okay? But yeah, I mean, and it's basically pushing him, yes, to release what he needs to release here. Release the codependency, but just in general, release the karma that's built up. Okay, a lot of them are holding on to this. They're holding on to it, and they need to release it, and that's what the universe is pushing them to do. Okay, and some of them are feeling disappointed because of this. Some of them are feeling like, again, they put so much into whatever the situation they're in a situation they are in, that they feel like if they let it go, that not only they're going to be disappointed that they put so much energy into whatever it was, but that they're going to disappoint somebody else. And that's a codependency too. They're, again, worried about what other people think. Okay, so this is the illusion, though. This is the illusion that they're shattering right now, guys. Okay, that's what they're being pushed to release. Okay, they're being pushed to just let it go. Let it go. Okay, some of them are dealing with a karmic situation. Okay, and a lot of times the Queen of Pentacles represents to me a female karmic, but it doesn't have to be a karmic partner. It could be a mother figure, it could be a sister, it could be a female boss, whatever. Okay, but again, a lot of them, there's a lot of illusions surrounding whatever this is here. And this is where they're afraid they're going to disappoint whoever this is. And this could be multiple people. This could represent multiple people. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, but yeah, I mean, they're just afraid they're going to disappoint that person. And so they're holding on to it really, really tightly because that's all they know. And they're afraid they're going to lose not only themselves, but they're going to lose that person. Even if, you know, it is a person that's blood tied to them, you know, they're afraid they're going to lose that person, you know, and you know what, that may be, but is it really worth sacrificing yourself, Divine Masculine? I don't think so. Okay. So yeah, Divine Masculine still kind of sitting in codependency here. Some of them are resisting this, but they're being pushed to do what they need to do. And some of them may not realize that the universe is pushing them this way and that they're actually making decisions based on what the universe is trying to guide them to do. Some of them are consciously making those decisions, but they're still feeling guilty about it. Some of them want to make those decisions, but again, they're feeling guilty about wanting to make those decisions. And some of them are just waiting for a tower to do it for them because, you know, they don't want to face it themselves. Okay, so let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines right now are facing not only facing their own codependencies here, but I mean, like, facing their emotions. And some of these emotions that have been coming up are really, really scary. Okay, really, really intense. And some of you are just like trying to put distance between yourself and what you feel because you don't want to deal with it, but you really need to face it so that you can move through whatever it is you need to move through. Okay, yeah, you need to walk away from it. Okay, whatever's holding you back, you just need to walk away from it. All right, face destiny here. Okay, leave all of this behind. Leave whatever this is, leave it behind, and just keep going. All right, and yes, and you know, a lot of times it does get worse before it gets better. But once you get through that, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it makes you feel accomplished. Right? You feel, oh my gosh, I just went through that. That made me so much stronger. Right? So yeah, I need to release those burdens, Divine Feminine. Okay? Stop sitting there waiting. Just do it. Okay? Stop sitting in that stuck energy. And you know this. Okay? I'm just kind of preaching to the choir here. You guys already know this. Right? But yeah, I mean, you're mirroring right now. Okay? You got the Three of Swords and the Three of Swords. So both twins right now are feeling, you know, some heartache of sorts. Okay? And Source is trying to come in and be like, you don't need to do that. You can mend this. You can mend this. Okay? You just need to get yourself out of this energy here. Walk away from the things that no longer serve you and face your emotions. Learn how to deal with them and what they're teaching you, right? Only then can you get out of not being able to manifest. A lot of you have been so frustrated with not being able to manifest. So a lot of you have been stuck here. Why can't I manifest? Why can't I bring about the things that I want? Why? Well, it's because you're stuck here. You haven't done something here yet. You haven't walked away from this, whatever that is, okay? You haven't faced something. There's something that you still need to face, okay? And it'll come to you. I mean, if you don't know what it is yet, that's okay. It will come to you eventually, all right? So stop being so frustrated, okay? that's just going to put out in the universe that you're frustrated. And what's going to come back to you? Frustration. Okay? That's how it works. All right? Some of you might be feeling the sexual energy too coming in from your counterpart again. I feel like that's been kind of coming in and out, I would say. But I feel like it's been really strong for the last week or so. A lot of you have been feeling this, possibly from the full moon as well, the Scorpio full moon. That might be coming in as well. And some of you might, you know what? Some of you, your counterpart may come in, okay, sexually. Just keep that in mind, all right? Do whatever you want to do. I'm not the morality police, okay? That's up to you. But just be aware that it may trigger you, okay? Take a look at the connecting energies. Yeah. Yep, boom. Transformation of the connection, period. I'm telling you guys, these are going through some serious transformations. Like when I say we're switching places, it's kind of like basically a restart of the runner-chaser phase, except it's the other way around. Okay? Even if it's just energetically, they may, you know, whoever the unawakened twin is energetically chasing the awakened twin now. Okay, yeah. Again, there's the muse of inspiration, the twin flames with the intuition in the middle and being guided by source. Okay, so yeah, that this is all being guided, guys. It's all being guided. Destiny. Okay, what is meant for you will not pass you. Remember that. Okay, and some of you, I know, some of you, 3D union is not what was in the cards, is not what was in the plan. Okay, so just remember that. There may be somebody else coming in for you to help you. Okay, so just remember that. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of stuck energy in these connections here, right? It's just been basically stuck in codependency. And I feel like a lot of you are releasing that. Whoever the awakened twin at this point, I feel a lot of the awakened twins have mostly released this within the connection because they realize that's what it has been, what has been keeping them stuck and not able to fulfill what they need to fulfill in their lives right now. So a lot of codependency being released right now. I hate when it skips. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of you are releasing this because you realize it's what has been keeping you stuck from moving forward in your life, okay? So whether that's releasing your counterpart, releasing the outcome, accepting things as is, take it as it resonates. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you also are just, in general, releasing things. Like things that have to do with the connection. Some of you may be actually purging some things. You may actually be maybe deleting old messages, pictures, you know, maybe blocking on Facebook, you know, things like that to help you kind of release it. You got to do what you got to do, okay? I don't feel that if you're guided to do that by your intuition, it's not an ego move, okay? But yeah, once you do that, I mean, things are going to be moving forward. I do feel in general that the connections themselves, they are moving. They are moving in a different direction, but they are moving. Okay, like I said, transformation, moving in a different direction. Things are just shifting within the connections, which you know, in a way can kind of throw you off, you know, because you're used to it being one particular way, and then all of a sudden it's like, what's happening now? I don't understand this. Why is this a thing, you know? And then you kind of get into that cycle of not understanding, and so you just overthink everything, and that's another thing that keeps you stuck. So some of you, your codependency is needing to know the reason for everything, and trust me, that's one of my biggest ones. So I overanalyze everything. Okay, so no judgments here. All right, messages from counterpart. Sorry. Yeah, whatever, man. Don't take it personally. Whatever it is, don't. Okay? Yeah. Still some self-sabotage coming into play. Yeah, telling you, a lot of the unawakened twins are going through it right now. They're going through exactly what you guys went through, whoever the awakened twin is. Yeah. Okay. All right, messages and advice from source. Some of you might be actually coming into the realization that the person you thought was your person is not your person. Okay, might have been a catalyst. I don't necessarily believe in false twins. But it could also be that, yes, they are your counterpart, but they're not the person you're supposed to be with in this lifetime. So keep that in mind, okay? Yeah, awakening. Yep. I don't think I need to say anything else with that. Yeah, some of you are still being called in to take your place and take up your purpose, okay? And until you do that, there are people that are waiting for you to take up your position so that they can, okay? So until you do that, those people cannot, all right? Some of you just need to get grounded. Some of you, again, have been overthinking. You maybe been too much in the astral, maybe too much in the 5D, maybe getting so frustrated, you know, you're literally chasing something, whether it be your counterpart or your mission or answers, whatever it may be. Some of you just need to stop for a second, okay, and get yourself grounded. Yeah, because some of you have been just kind of going all over the place. Like, some of you have no structure. I feel like some of you, the codependency here is like, some of you have released control to the point where you're not actually controlling yourself either. Does that make sense? You're kind of letting yourself go all over the place, and you need to find a balance, okay? But yeah, I mean, you need to raise your vibration. Some of you, again, have been vibing a little bit low, so you need to, you know, either get grounded or find something that makes you happy, that raises your vibration. Okay? That's what you need to do. A lot of you do need to do that. I think a lot of you have been taking things way too seriously. And to the point where it's like, you overanalyze everything. And, you know, I'm one of those people that I find everything funny, okay? Because if I don't laugh, I'll cry, that kind of thing. Some of you don't even do that. Some of you, it's like you just take it way too seriously. And I know there's a lot going on, especially with the COVID and everything like that, you know. And those of us that make jokes, we're doing it because, hey, you got to bring humor into it. If you can't bring humor into something, all is lost as far as I'm concerned, okay? All right, guys. Well, I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.